What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Film study for rookies. Today, man, we're going to break down Dillon Gabriel. There's some good and there's some bad. What we're going to look at is how did he do on third downs? Okay, and the reason we're going to look at third downs is one, nobody else is really doing that, right? Looking at all the third downs. But the other reason is when it's third and 7, when it's third and 3, defenses are going to switch up their front 7. They're going to substitute guys to get off to the quarterback. If it's third and 3, it's short. How does he do reading the high-low, right? Because they're going to be playing the flats. If it's third and 7, how does he distinguish which coverage the defense is in before somebody like the Vikings get to him, right? So that's why we're going to start looking at third downs, all right? First and second down, yes, they matter, but I want to do something different and take a more in-depth look when there's actually pressure on the quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback like Dillon Gabriel, man. So let's get into this thing. So first play right here. All right, it's third and 3, 13-13 left in the first. Vikings trying to shoot the gap, all right, and Dillon, unfortunately, sells this one. But let's take a look right here. So as the play develops, you're going to see flats initially are picked up right. DB is going to play a little bit off once Dillon starts to look to the right. And what Dillon's trying to figure out is like, okay, do I go inside, right, or do I go outside right here? I don't think the throw was terrible per se. I thought the receiver cut this thing a little bit short. Because if you watch this receiver right here, he's going to take it a little bit deeper because you got somebody in the flat right there. This receiver, he's going to round his off pretty early, even with that linebacker within 5 to 10 yards. All right. I still thought Dillon sailed this one a little bit. All right. On third and 3. But again, I don't know why he rounds this off. All right. With that backer right there, I think Dillon's expecting him to be kind of in this neighborhood over here. All right. So let's play number 1 on third and 3. Let's take a look at play number 2 right here. Let's see, stacked on this left side over here. All right, got doubles on that right side. Let's see how Dillon decides to read this right here. You see him reading that defender, bang, decides to go underneath. Now, this was an interesting throw right here for a couple of reasons. All right, so one, we're going to pause it right here, top of the drop. Nothing's open. I got to say, nothing's open, but it looks like he's got the mismatch, right here. So the fact he went underneath shows he put a lot of trust in his receiver right there. I thought for sure, he's going to that skinny corner, that fade route right there over the top. But he decides to go underneath. All right, that receiver makes a hell of a catch on third and 4. And what I like here is on the first play on third and 3, what we saw was Dillon kind of going deep, all right, when he could have potentially gone short on that left side. But this time, he comes back, all right, on that next third down. It's risky, but hey, good throw and a good catch. Let's take a look at this one right here. 9 minutes left in the second quarter, third and 10 right here. So we saw third and 3. Last one was third and 4. This time it's third and 10 right here. Let's take a look what happens. So it looks like we're in a short motion Jerry Jeudy over there. All right, with that receiver on the left side. That was a cluster. All right, Dillon's going to try and run for it. And he comes up just a couple yards short. And if we look to the right side, let's take a look right here. We're going to pause it once again, top of the drop. And if you take a look, this defender is, literally glued to that receiver. Plus, you got safety up over the top. You got 2 defenders basically boxing him in. If we go back to the beginning right here, I'm assuming we're supposed to do like a little smash concept, right? Bang, out route, and then corner route. All right, take a look what happens. They're both almost on top of each other right here, right? As the play develops. So Dillon, all right, being smart, he's like, okay, let me not force that throw over there. And just run it because really nothing else was open. So we've seen a third and 3, seen a third and 4, seen a third and 10, and really 3 different results so far. So the first one, he went deep. I was like, on third and 3, I don't know. All right, third and 4, makes a nice short pass. Third and 10, he decides to run it. Okay, let's see what happens right here. Third and 8, 2 minutes left. All right, so it's 2-minute drill. Let's see what happens. We're going to see a little motion right here. Looks like man coverage. All right, and that's important to know because if Dillon recognizes the man coverage, he's going to let this thing fly, especially if it's this DB traveling with them, all right? And here's why. We're going to pause it at the top of the route. I'm a little short right there. You see that separation, right? And Dillon sees, all right, this DB, he's running deep. You got a middle field safety right there, right? So let the play go, all right? He's no longer in the picture, all right? And look at the 5 yards of separation right there. The anticipation, man. Woo, woo. Good throw right there. Great throw right there. That's why you love the motion, right? Is it going to be man coverage? Dillon recognizes man coverage. Sees this DB playing right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Great stuff right there, man. So third and 3, third and 4, third and 8, third and 10. We've seen a little bit of everything. I like the play calling from the Browns so far. 3rd and 7 right here. 30 seconds left. Let's see what happens. Jerry Jeudy in motion once again. Man, he does that DB dirty. I wish Dillon would have put that ball out just a little bit more in front of him. But what you have to like right here from the Browns is the motion that they're running. And really, it's basically exposing the Vikings coverage. Because, right, when Jerry's running in motion, you really don't know which Vikings defender is going to pick him up. But if you send this guy deep, all right, if this DB right here, let's get rid of this real quick. If he's going to run with them, bang, we've got the outside right there. If it's going to be this DB, all right, running with this receiver right here, you got the inside. But at the same time, you know you're going to have Jerry Jeudy's outside because he is no longer going to be a factor, right? So let the play develop. Bang. Dillon's got to get that more outside. Great throw right here on 3rd and 7, right? But get that more outside. Let your guy get out of bounds. But like I said before this, right? The play calling for the Browns is good, right? You're exposing the Vikings coverage. Just a little short. Let's keep it going. 3rd quarter, 3 minutes left. All right, so how does he do now? We've seen him in the first 2 quarters, how he looked. And then bang, he throws a missile. He throws a missile. On top of that, what I like right here is too high look. All right, he's going to look to the left. Look at this. Looking to the left. And then bang, comes back right. This is exactly what you want to see. And that safety actually, he plays it pretty good. He's like, wait, Dillon's not going over there. Looks back. It's too late. It's too late, my boy. Man, good throw right there. Good throw right there. Let's keep this thing going. So right here, it's 3rd and 4. We got a smash concept on that right side. What are we looking at? Oh, don't fall down. Don't fall down. Don't fall down. Oh, Dillon's going down. All right. Let's talk about what happened right here. First thing to note is Vikings, they run a stunt. All right. So essentially, Dillon's not going to make this read in, 2 seconds. He's cooked. All right. He is cooked, unfortunately. All right. Vikings run that stunt. And they got some pressure. What I was shocked by was motion was doing so good for the Browns on 3rd down. Why didn't we run motion right here, right? Help Dillon out right here with the DBs. Same thing down here. Why did you go away from motion? All right. So 3rd and 4, bang. The Vikings, they get pressure. And there wasn't a lot open before that, to be honest with you. That one's tough. All right. That one is tough. I think we have one more play to look at right here. 3rd and 8. All right, 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Dillon's dropping back. He's going to throw it out of bounds right there. All right, let's run this last play back real quick. I'm a little bit confused what the Browns are doing right here on 3rd and 8. Okay, and the reason I say that is if you keep this to a bubble screen, a speed out, whatever it might be, and you distract the flat DB down here in that cover 2 look as you see, this corner route would be money, right? But they're actually going to send that outside receiver deep. And I don't understand that because now that outside receiver, all right, is taking that flat DB or the DB who was playing the flat with them. You get the safety over there too. I don't understand this one, right? Because in a cover 2 look, you're going to have your hook defender. But he's going to give this up, right? Which is the whole point of potentially keeping him underneath, right? On top of that, usually the hook defender might stop if you ran like a stop route, a hitch route, but they don't, which means he's going to pick up the drag underneath. As good as the play calling was, it felt like the second half of these 3rd downs, all right, it wasn't as good. All right, and then right here, Dillon, he kind of drifts his body to the left side right here, or to the right side, I'm sorry. He drifts his body a little bit to the right and just puts a little bit too much on it. I thought he played good, for his first game. Definitely some mistakes, all right? But for the most part, against the Vikings and their front 7, notorious for getting pressure, I thought the Browns did pretty good, all right? So let me know your thoughts. That's going to wrap it up. Film Study for Rookies out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.